Senator Gillibrand from the great state of New York.
Thank you. Thank you, Elise, for your fearless leadership and your determination to be heard and to never give up. It makes a difference. I'm so grateful to be here. Seeing so many people who care so deeply gives me hope. You're here because you know what's at stake. Because you know the future of this court and the future of this country are one in the same. Because you know that your voice and that your government should be listening to you. Right now, too many members of Congress, particularly the Republican members of Congress, are not listening to the American people. They are not listening to the 8 million Americans who have fallen into poverty because of this pandemic, or the parents who are in lines for food banks because they cannot feed their children, or the small business owners who are having to shutter their doors, never to reopen again. They're not listening to the majority of Americans who've made it clear they would like the next president to fill this seat. They are not listening because they know this is their last chance to impose their extreme conservative views on the entire country. So instead of listening to what you want, they're rushing to confirm a Supreme Court justice who is wildly out of step with the American people. These are the same senators who denied Merrick Garland hearings because his nomination was supposedly too close to an election. That was in March. We are now in October. It is soon going to be November, but that doesn't seem too close to an election for Mitch McConnell. The hypocrisy is stunning. I am mobilizing you and every American to speak out because that's the power of our voice. Our voice is our power. Our voice is our power, and we know why they're rushing, because they know this election is looming and they will lose their majority in the Senate and they will lose their ability to impose their will on the entire American people. They want to seat Judge Barrett now so that she can rule on a case in November that will take away access for 129 million Americans who do not have access to health care if they take away the Affordable Care Act. 129 million Americans who have pre-existing conditions. How many family members and loved ones do you know who has a pre-existing condition? How many people contracted COVID and now have a pre-existing condition? It is a life and death issue for millions of Americans. One such New Yorker, Ali Murata, she has type 1 diabetes. Imagine if she cannot get access to the insulin that keeps her alive. Imagine that she cannot get access to the health care that she needs. Imagine if she made too much to qualify for Medicaid. She knows what it feels like. She was uninsured from December to March and had to ration her insulin, putting her life at risk. It was only when the pandemic started and she lost all of her income that she was able to qualify for Medicaid, the essential plan in New York's marketplace that allowed her to access that life-sustaining medication. If the ACA is repealed, Allie will lose her coverage. She's not alone. I have a friend named Kyle who lives with Down syndrome, and his dad, Bill, has been looking after him. But he too has multiple pre-existing conditions. Bill works part-time to help Kyle, who needs 24/7 care. They're worried about the cuts to Medicaid, which could affect Kyle's entire life. Right now, he has job coaching, so he can actually go and work in a pizza parlor and not only earn a wage, but bring joy to all his coworkers who love seeing Kyle at work. If we repeal the ACA because of Judge Barrett, then that would not be available to Kyle. Rushing to seat this nominee means rushing to put Allie's life and Kyle's life and millions of Americans' lives in danger, and it furthers their extreme conservative agenda. And it is extreme. Their agenda is to seat a nominee who, quote, called Roe v. Wade barbaric, when nearly 8 in 10 Americans believe that it is a fundamental human and civil right for women to make decisions about their bodies, to decide when they're having children, how many children they're having, under what circumstances they are having children. And that requires access to abortion services for those who need it. A nominee who referred to sexual orientation as a preference. And a nominee who is using today outdated but truly harmful when 2 in 3 Americans believe in marriage equality. A nominee who refused to admit climate change is settled science and not a controversial issue, when 99% of all scientists and 81% of Americans agree that humans are drivers of global warming. Where is the common sense? The American people believe in access to reproductive care, in equal rights for our LGBT community, and we believe in science. And those that believe that this seat should be filled by a justice who doesn't share those views, it is unconscionable. The next justice should be appointed by the next president and confirmed by the next Senate. This is the wrong judge for this seat, and it's the wrong process for a lifetime appointment. It's hypocritical, dangerous, and it is not what the American people want. Your rights hang in the balance. Your voices should not be silenced. I will not participate in this rushed sham. I will not support confirming this judge who is so clearly unfit for the Supreme Court.
Okay, we have the vote now. Don't worry about it. I'd like to call out Biden for his Me Too assault. Who's the real hypocrite, Senator Gillibrand?